Hello everyone, welcome back. This is JJ. I hope that you're having an amazing morning, evening, or night whenever you are watching or listening to this video. So today we're going to be looking at what version of yourself are you leaving behind. If you listen to your horoscope, Pluto is moving into Aquarius, or stationing into Aquarius. It's moving forward. It has been retrograde for a while. And so this is when we're going to start seeing all these changes start coming together. And Wanda is blessing us with her presence today. And so I hope you enjoy that. So like I was saying, sorry, I got distracted by Wanda. So the changes are going to start falling into place. And so there is a version of you that has been dying, that you have been letting go of, that you have been releasing, if you will. And I feel like now you are going to fully give it that like goodbye, if you will. And so this is what this pick a card is about. What version of you are you leaving behind? I hope that you guys enjoy. Before we move to your selected pile, I do want to remind everybody that all my readings are general. So take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If something doesn't fit, just let it go. Que se te resbale. Remember that you are a sovereign being. You know what is best for you, and always listen to your intuition. If you're looking for something more personal, all of that is always in the description box below. My ancestor candles are now available as well on my website in case you were interested. And yeah, that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you in your selected pile. Hello, pile number one. If you chose petrified wood, this is your pile. So let's have a look here. The first thing that I'm picking up, just based on the fact that you picked petrified wood, this is giving this energy of like an old version of yourself that has been with you for such a long time. Okay, this is giving me the energy of a version of yourself where you have been living in survival mode. So let's see what that is. I hope you enjoy. Wanda is with us here today. We have the Five of Pentacles, material and financial changes. And we have the Lovers, harmony. So let's start off there. So I feel here, pile number one, that the version of yourself that you're walking away from, that you're leaving behind, is this version of yourself where in some way you connected love with it being a struggle. Like love had to be difficult. You believed that you had to earn love, or you had to earn support. Like you were always the one standing in the cold, right? That's the Five of Pentacles. It's kind of like you were always hoping for someone to open the door for you, if you will, right? And so I feel like the version that you're leaving behind is the self that would make choices from a place of scarcity, emotional scarcity, material, spiritually, all of that. I feel like it's like this sense of abandonment, of rejection here. Is this energy of often having to choose maybe connections out of survival, or you stayed in connections out of survival. Okay, connections meaning yes, love, romantic, and it could be friendships as well. It can be, all various different types of relationships here. Because I feel like you are leaving behind the version of you that once felt fragile. I think that's like the best way I can put it. Spiritual career, organization, and why. Yes, I feel like the version of you that you're leaving behind is this version of you where you always questioned why did I always end up in the Five of Swords? Why did I feel left out of love? Why did it feel like love was something so difficult, something that I couldn't achieve, or something that maybe was not destined for me, right? And so I feel like this also spilled out into your spiritual career. like you probably felt not chosen, or you probably felt like you weren't good enough. Again, there were choices that you made with the lovers that were based on this scarcity mindset. You felt like you weren't enough, or what you gave wasn't enough. Maybe it was your own wounding, okay? Or it could be that maybe the people that you connected with made you feel this way, either or here. This is where you use your intuition and your discernment. But it's kind of like the part of you that felt like you had to organize everything, like everything had to be organized, everything had to be perfect, everything had to be put in its place, or I just heard organize myself or put myself together in a certain way or in a particular fashion, like it would give me what I want. But it feels like it always left you wondering why didn't I get it, or why wasn't this enough? Because I feel like the version of you that you're leaving is this energy of like, I wasn't enough, okay? So you're letting that go. And I feel like here there is also this energy of, yeah, like, I don't know, I keep getting like they wouldn't open the door. Because usually in the Five of Pentacles, we see a person outside the church, right? And it's kind of like this person is looking for help, looking for assistance. But it seems like they cannot see. We don't know if they were kicked out of the church or they were not allowed to go into the church, right? And so this is talking about also church belief. There is a belief here that you felt you were different. You felt you didn't belong. You felt like you weren't enough. It's kind of like you were expecting someone else to validate you. You were expecting someone else to, again, metaphorically open the door for you, when you could have opened the door yourself, right? But it was like this belief that kept you outside the door. And so I feel like what's shifting here for you guys, because you're letting this version go, and I will be doing a separate PickACard on this, but I feel like what's shifting for you guys is that you are going to start to choose connections that are reciprocal, that are healing, that are nurturing, that are spiritual here, especially with the spiritual card, people that give to you. It's like this new version of you will understand that love is not survival, that it isn't about survival, that it's about alignment, like the lovers, a union between the heart and the mind. It's this energy too. Also, the old version of you that you're letting go of is like you're not chasing love anymore. You're not proving your worth to anybody, because you will now understand that you attract. You're not settling for less either, pile number one. That's the version of you that you're letting go of. You're not settling for migajas, for breadcrumbs. It's like you're now demanding care and devotion, mutual devotion here. But that is what I have for you, pile number one. I know these are going to be short, but this was your message. Thank you so much for listening and for watching. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Like always, be kind to one another. Show love to one another. Show grace and compassion to one another, but most important, to yourself. I will catch you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose this beautiful labradorite crystal, this is your message. Let's see, what version of yourself are you leaving behind? We have the Ace of Wands and we have the Justice card, 111. You might be seeing this number a lot. So when Pluto starts moving direct, the version of you that you are releasing, what I'm picking up here is you're releasing the version of yourself that acted impulsively. Okay? That I feel like you were in this Knight of Wands energy, if you will, where it's like you felt something, and that's not a bad thing, but it wasn't channeled correctly is the energy that I'm picking up. It was very impulsive. It was like very Aries energy, okay? And I feel like you followed that passion without balance. And so I feel like you are letting that aspect of self go. This could have been that maybe you started projects and you didn't see them through. This can look kind of like you moved into a relationship or moved forward in a relationship just out of excitement, just out of like feeling good, the passion of it. And you notice that things didn't distribute it or didn't balance out. It's this energy of letting the fire lead your path before using discernment with that Justice card there. It's kind of like I would just go after the excitement of something. It's what it feels like. It was like fire without a purpose, fire without a container. And that's not a bad thing. Having a container is not a bad thing because it allows for structure to that fire, that creativity, that passion to be long lasting, right? To learn to manage our passion, our fire energy. It's a good thing. I feel like the old version of yourself, or the one that you're letting go of, is that version of yourself where, you know, you would just like, it would seem, I don't want to say, well, I'm going to say it, like a little bit reckless is kind of the energy that's coming through. Could have been also maybe even engaging in unnecessary arguments. It could be anger. It could be like the way we express this fire energy again was not with discernment. It was not with discernment. It was under the influence of the Knight of Wands. And I feel like this was a pattern. This was a pattern that you have been expressing for a while. Change, yeah. Like you would change your mind very often is what I'm getting here. You would change your mind very often. One minute you're like, yeah, I'm into it, I'm going for it. And the next minute you were just kind of like, no, you know what? The excitement is gone. I got bored with it. I am moving in a different direction. I feel like also with this fire energy, it's kind of like we just said yes without asking why. Is it in alignment with me? Is it something that I truly want long term? Friendship. This could have played out with your friendships as well. This is Moon in Cancer. For some of you, you have Moon in Cancer. I feel like you didn't, like the fire energy wasn't truly a friend is what I'm getting here. It could have also looked like you got entangled in friendships because of the passion, okay? It could have been that passion tainted friendships, connections, things like this. Also, I'm getting here as well. Yeah, it's kind of like it's this energy of like we didn't give form to our passion. It could have looked like you were taking on too much as well. You were pursuing everything, and it's kind of like you didn't stop to ask why I wanted to pursue this. I mean, the past self of you definitely has a lot of creative energy. It's just the way we manage that, the way we express that, if you will, was what, you know, you're letting go of. And we got heartbroken. So for some of you, it could have been that was your way of covering up heartbreak. It could have been a way of covering up your pain, anxiety. Maybe it led you to disconnect or move away from people that you really cared for. Yeah, it's just impulsive. I keep getting like impulsive behavior. I don't know. I mean, you will know best how that manifested in your life. But I feel like the new version, and like I said in pile 1, I'll be doing a different pick a card on this, but a little bit about the new version of you, or what's shifting here. It's kind of like the way you wield your fire, the way you manage your fire. You're going to manage it with more discernment because you have that gift with the Ace of Wands. Like you have a lot of fire within you. And I feel like you're going to express your creativity in a more mature way is what I want to say. Like you're not just going to create just for the sake of creating. You're going to be purposeful with what you are creating. Because it's like you will understand the power that you carry. And you're going to understand that fire isn't about constant motion. It's more about aligned action. Because fire energy, if not expressed well, it can look like we're jumping from one place to another, from relationship to relationship. It can look very impulsive, very disorganized, right? And so it feels like this new version of you, you're going to learn to say yes or no with purpose. Like, you're not just going to, just say yes for the sake of saying yes, or no for the sake of saying no. Like, you're going to be intentional with it. You're going to sit with it. It's like you're grounding your passion is what I'm getting here. Pile number 2. That is what I have for you guys. That is what you are. That is the version of you that you're releasing when Pluto starts moving direct. And I hope that you guys enjoyed. Take care of yourselves. Like always, be kind to one another. Show love to one another. Show grace and compassion to one another. But most important, to yourself. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. This is your message. I had to record your reading so many times because for whatever reason, there was either a lot of distractions. And so I feel like this is tying up with your energy. So let's have a look. Let's see. We have Temperance. We have the 9 of Cups. We have Parenting. We have Achievement and Shadow Self. Pile number 3. You are someone who overworks, okay? You might be a perfectionist. Pile number 3. The version of you that you're letting go of is the version of you that you feel like you had to earn your rest. You had to earn your leisure time, if you will. It's kind of this energy of like, I had to do so much work or put in so much work, even to the point of burning myself out, then I can rest. Then I deserve to rest. Then I am allowed to do something that I enjoy. I feel like a lot of you might identify with being the caretaker, being a healer, being a provider. It's like you are the one that keeps everything running smoothly for others, right? It's making me think of parenting. And I feel like the version of you that you're letting go of is the version of you where you self-sacrifice for the sake of others. Even though it feels like in some way, pile number 3, it was disguised as strength. Okay, it was like you with the shadow here, it's kind of like you took pride in that. You took pride in saying, I'm the one that held it together. I'm the one that holds everything together for everyone else. Yeah, there's this version of you of like where you felt responsible for other people, for other people's emotional well-being, for everything, even to the point where it left you drained. Because it seems like, yes, on the outside you have everything together, everything runs smoothly because of you, pile number 3, but on the inside with Temperance here, it feels like things weren't as balanced as they were externally. They weren't as balanced internally, if that makes sense. And it feels like here you're letting that version go of like fulfilling everyone else's wishes except yourself. Is this energy of putting self last here. It's what's coming through, pile number 3. Also, the version of you that is leaving or that you're letting go of is the version of you that achievement was tied to productivity or control or maintaining the peace, either or. It's kind of like the more productive I am, the more responsible I am, or the better that I am. It's also the version of you who you had to keep yourself very tight. I don't know why I'm seeing Capricorn. Some of you might have strong Capricorn in your chart, but it's this energy of like, I can't be emotional. I have to keep my emotions tight here. I have to manage them. It's like this energy, like I said, moderation on the outside, but a lot of tension beneath the surface. Like a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of things here where you felt like you had to sacrifice. Also, the version of you that you're letting go of is the need to prove your worth through your constant achievement. Okay, that's also something here. So there might be a version of you that you're letting go that is an overachiever. Someone who equated success with perfectionism, control with safety. And this version of you that you're letting go of now might have emerged from a place of deep responsibility. Maybe because of your own experiences. Maybe because you were the parent of your parents. Maybe because you had a lot of responsibilities growing up. Or maybe you had parents who put a lot of responsibilities on you. Or just because of circumstances in life. But it's kind of like this also overprotecting, right? It's like overprotecting either yourself or others, or maybe even your work as well with achievement here. It's this version of yourself where you identified or you were identified as the strong one. Maybe when you were young, you were always told you're very mature for your age. Yeah, it's because I'm seeing a lot of myself here. Like I'm seeing versions of myself when I was younger, like making sure like everyone was doing well, making sure like, okay, you know, this is done, that is done, this needs to be done. I did my stuff. Like, so you probably managed a lot of things growing up. Yeah, managed a lot of situations. Like maybe that was your way of keeping the peace, of meeting everyone else's expectations, but you didn't meet your own. And so your internal scales, your internal cups, if you will, right, with temperance, were always like tipped over or remained tipped. And there could have been a distortion here of self-sacrificing disguised as maturity. Maybe pile number 3, you might have downplayed your desires. Maybe you, in your mind, you were like, no, going after my desires or going after the things that fulfill me, that is considered selfish. That would be something like I would be indulging, and that is not good in order to keep things together. Pile number 3. And so I feel like that version of you is ready to go and you're letting it go. And you might have already been seeing this slowly disintegrating, dying, if you will. Maybe now you are catching yourself and you're like, no, why not? I'm allowed to rest. Or no, why not? Why can't I want something? Or I don't need to have it all together. It's okay for me to not know what I'm doing. Wow, that's a deep one, pile number 3. I mean, you guys are always my more spiritual, my most serious piles. I think out of all my PickACards, it's always pile 3. And I feel like also here, you're integrating that shadow now. Like your goal isn't to chase achievement or success anymore. Like it's more relaxed is what it feels like here, pile number 3. It's like you're transforming your duties into devotion. It's like you're not modeling perfection anymore. You're modeling wholeness. You're modeling your shadow, your imperfection, your light, your shadow. A very beautiful energy. I feel like you're now going to allow yourself to rest. It's like you're going to allow these two aspects of self to coexist without judging one or the other. Because I feel like here with pile 3, there was a big energy around judging, right? Because temperance is kind of like we have 2 cups and we're trying to alchemize and bring these 2 energies together, fire and water. And so it feels like you would judge harshly on one or the other. It's like this sense of extremes. We would go to extremes. And I feel like now, pile 3, you're letting that go and you're blending the 2 together. which again is bringing this beautiful energy of wholeness. But that's the version that is leaving here once Pluto moves direct, pile number 3. But that is what I have for you guys. I know these were short, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Like always, be kind to one another. Show love to one another. Show grace and compassion to one another. But most important, to yourself. I will see you in the next video. Bye.